What's up, baby? Y'all listen, this is not a vlog, so you already know that means this is not a regular vlog intro. This is a story time, baby, so just gonna sit back, grab your pillows, grab your blankets, and throw your feet up and get ready for the story time. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all read that title, so you know what it is and what it ain't, what it do and what it don't. What's up? However, if you happen to be new to my channel, my name is Keyel, baby, and this is my little island on YouTube. So if you want to, I ain't gonna say, I ain't gonna push you to do it, but if you want to, you are more than welcome to go back, watch a couple videos, and you know what I'm saying, if you feeling my vibe, then you might as well subscribe, baby. Alright, y'all, so let's go ahead and get into this video. A couple vlogs ago, I actually talked about an injury that I had at work. I was speaking on the accident that I had at work. I didn't get into that story because that's not what that vlog was about. So a few people commented and requested a story time, so I got to do that. Also do post notification shout outs, and I'm actually behind on my post notification shout outs, to be honest with you. This is a new thing. This is something that my little brother thought I should do, and which I also thought it was a good idea. So honestly, the first person I gotta give a shout out to, if you want to know who it is, what do you know? Hello. The first person that I really owe a shout out to is Ty. You know what I'm saying? Ty, all of you. Y'all, that's my little brother. That's my little brother. He was the first to comment on the two videos ago. He was the first to comment, so I owe him a post notification shout out. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for supporting me, bro. Thank you, bro. I actually owe Ty that shout out on the last video. And on this video, I owe Jaquan the one. Thank you, sir, for having your post notification shout outs on. You got the shout out for this video. So I did 2 in 1. You know what I'm saying? So both of y'all got it. Let's get into this video. Let me just stop rambling and stop talking and just get into the video. Come on, Keyel. Where do I start, actually? Last week, I was at work, right? Doing a regular thing. I go into work at 12 o'clock p.m. So 12 o'clock in the afternoon is when I clock in. Now, I work at a job. The job that I have, we work on production. Therefore, we don't have a scheduled time. So whatever work comes in that day, that's the work that we have to do that day. We can't, it's no off time. We don't get off at 8:30. We don't get off at 9:30. We get off whenever we get done. So in other words, if we have a certain amount of orders that we have to put in, okay, we do those orders, we go home. That's how it is. So if we have 7 hours worth of work, we do 7 hours worth of work and go home. If we have 12 hours worth of work, we do 12 hours worth of work and go home. That's just pretty much how it is. I'm at work doing my truck. I'm trying to move fast because I'm a truck loader. Whenever y'all see those big diesel trucks on the road, I load those trucks. Because when we work, we're prepared in twos. One person scans everything that goes on the truck, the other person loads the truck. And this particular day, I was the one that was scanning everything that was going on the truck, right? Okay, so we have selectors, right? I work in a big old warehouse. Anyway, the selector rides around the warehouse, gets everything that goes on that particular stop, and they bring it to the truck. Now, when they bring it to the truck, that means they're bringing it to me. So whenever they bring it to me, I have to scan every item that's going on the truck, because I have to make sure the right item is going on the truck. So I have to scan it. Beep, 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 beep. So the selector brings me a cart. And matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can Google the type of cart that I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to put on the screen a picture of a cart. Now, take the cart that's right here. Take that cart and basically pretty much multiply it by the size. Multiply the size about 5 times bigger than what I just posted on the screen. So we got a cart that big, right? So now I had bibs and water, cases of water. Everybody know what cases of water is. I had cases of water and cases of bibs. Now, if you don't know what a bib is pretty much like when you go to a gas station and you get a styrofoam cup, you put ice in it, put your drink in it. The liquid that comes out of the machine is a bib, right? So I'm gonna show you guys a picture of a bib. Here is the picture of the bib. Now, these bibs weigh about anywhere between, I think it's 25 to 30 pounds or 25 to 40 pounds. Either way it go, those bibs weigh about 25 pounds. And my cart was stacked my whole cart was full of 25 to 30 pounds of bibs plus cases of water. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody know how heavy cases of water are. You have cases of water and bibs. So honestly, I'm looking at, to be honest, I was probably looking at about between 250 to 300 pounds worth of weight, right? So after I scan everything that goes on the cart, what I do is I have to grab the cart and I have to pull the cart into the truck, you know, just by myself. You know what I'm saying? No equipment, no nothing. I just pull it in. And so this particular day, I was pulling the cart in, and when I pulled the cart, I'm actually, these are my legs, and I'm pulling the cart, my legs are crossing one another, right? Just like this, to pull the cart, because the carts are so heavy, you guys. I mean, those carts are heavy. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 of us to pull one cart because they can be that heavy. So anyway, this day I was feeling like, shoot, you know what I'm saying? I got this, baby. I can do this. This ain't nothing. I can pull this cart. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I was thinking in my mind. So I'm pulling the cart, and this is where the problem happened. When I actually stepped over, when I was crossing my legs, I'm pulling the cart, right? Say this, my fist is the cart. My fingers are my legs. So as I'm pulling the cart like this, I'm pulling the cart, my shoe got caught under one of the wheels. And when my shoe got caught under the wheel, the whole cart, keep in mind, between 250 to 300 pounds worth of weight is on top of my shoe. My shoe got stuck under the cart and I was still pulling. So I had too much weight on my shoe to be able to pull my foot from under the cart. So my shoe got caught under the cart first, and then the cart, this is the cart, these are my feet. Say the cart rolled over my foot, and when it rolled over my foot, it didn't just roll over my foot by itself. I want y'all to pay attention to this, alright? Listen, 250 pounds of weight rolled over my toe, but not only did it roll over my toe, it twisted my toe and rolled over it at the same time. When I tell y'all that pain, I had never felt a pain like that in a day in my life, and I can tolerate pain. You understand? I'm a little guy. I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm little, but I never felt a pain the way I felt that day. 250 pounds. Twisted my toe and ran over it at the same time on a concrete floor. When I tell y'all that pain was something else, the only thing I could do at that point, I let the cart go. I said, you know what? Forget this cart. The only thing I could do, y'all, when that cart ran over me, I let that cart go. I promise y'all, in my mind, the only thing I could think was, my toe is broke. I done broke my toe. Out of nowhere, my toe went numb. And I kept moving my feet like this. You know how you take your toes and you scrunch your toes up in your shoes? I kept trying to move my feet, trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because when I get pain, if I get pain anywhere, I try, like, say I hit my elbow, I'm going to try to work my elbow out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to do something. If I hit my shoulder, I'm going to move my shoulder around. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep the feeling. Wherever I get hurt at, I try to keep the feeling there. But I could not keep the feeling in my toe. And it was the middle toe. When you hurt a certain part of your body, sometimes I feel like your heart just slow down, like, that's how it feels. And it felt like that. It felt like, for one, my whole toe went numb, and it felt like my heart rate just slowed down. Y'all, I promise you, at one point, I thought I was getting dizzy. I could not tolerate this. So what I did was, I walked out the warehouse. I left the whole warehouse. When this happened, it was around 1:40, 1:45, and we don't have a break till 2 o'clock. My break started at 1:45. Do you hear me? I walked out that building, and I walked to my car, and the only thing I kept saying, I was like, Lord, don't let my toe be broke. I don't want my toe to be broke. I don't want a broke toe. So I get in my car. I throw my shoes off. I left the whole, first of all, I left the whole building. I left my partner. I left the cart. I left the truck. I walked out the job. Do y'all hear me? It hurt that bad. I snatched my shoes off, snatched my socks off. I look at my foot. My foot looks, it looks normal. It had the only problem that I had with my foot was, the only thing I was thinking at first, because the only thing I saw that was wrong with my foot was I had skin come off the middle of my toe. So off the middle toe, it was skin that was gone. It was just bloody. My nail was still in contact. I was lifting my toenail, and I was like, okay, my toenail, it ain't going nowhere. It's still good. I'm straight. But however, the pain was still there. So I happened to look on the other side of my foot. On the side of my toe, I looked on the side of my toe, it was purple. And so at that point, I was like, okay, this is a problem. I was trying to keep the feeling in my foot, but it felt like, well, I was trying to keep the feeling in my toe, and it felt like my toe was just going numb. It felt like it kept going out. I was nervous, y'all. I was scared. I was like, wait a minute. Jesus, where you at? Come touch my toe, Lord. Please. So I walked back in the building after the break, and I'm limping. I'm limping on the way back in the building. I'm limping in the building, and I'm still having to pull and tug heavy stuff. So I'm pulling heavy totes, y'all. Let me see if I can find a picture of the totes so I can show y'all these totes. This is what the totes look like, right? So now these totes can weigh anywhere between, these totes are heavy, y'all. They weigh more than children. I'm for real. I mean, they are heavy. Y'all, my camera cut off. But so anyway, I'm pushing my totes in, and they're heavy. I'm trying to drag the carts in, more carts, and I realized, I was like, okay, at this point it's a problem. Like, something is really wrong. So in my mind, the only thing I kept telling myself was, I was like, okay, I may have to go to the doctor. I pushed myself through the rest of the truck, and I kept telling myself, I said, okay, I'm not gonna leave my partner hanging, because if I left, he would have had to finish that truck by himself. I really didn't want him to have to do that, so I just dealt with the pain, and I dealt with all of it just to, you know, just to get that truck out the way. Towards the end of the truck, I went to my manager, and I told my manager, I was like, look, there's no way I'm gonna be able to finish this whole day out. Long story short, I finished the truck, right? And then my manager, my supervisor, he had to give me a drug test, and then we had to do some paperwork about what happened and how it happened and all this bull crap. So then they sent me to the doctor. Y'all, by the time I got to the doctor, when I tell y'all, y'all see how skinny I am? My middle toe was about as thick as a Vienna sausage. Do y'all hear me? My toe went from this to this. It was huge, y'all. I was scared. Before I had even gotten to the doctor, I FaceTimed my mom. I said, do my toe look swollen to you? And y'all, my mom was like, yeah, it do look swollen. She was like, you know, what doctor you going to? I'm on my way. Y'all, my mom be freaking out or whatever. Long story short, I go to the doctor. He takes an x-ray, and he says nothing is wrong with my foot. That's pretty much what he says. He was, in other words, he was pretty much saying, well, it's bruised and this is that and the third, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, all right, cool, or whatever. So they send me home for the rest of the day. So the next day, I had to go back to work, but I didn't have to do my job. They put me on light duty. So light duty, y'all, when they had me on light duty, I was literally sitting in one spot, in one department, doing absolutely nothing. And it was about to drive me crazy. I told them folks, I went to the office, I said, hey, y'all, it's got to be something I can do, because I'm sitting back here in this department doing absolutely nothing. I can't handle that. I need to be able to work. I have to do something. So is there anything I can do? They tell me, we're sorry, you know, there's nothing we can do. You're on light duty, work miss comp. You can't do much. You gotta sit there. So I'm sitting in one spot, so I'm sitting there. And so the ladies that I was with in the department, they was like, here, take this paperwork, just put this here and this here and this here. So I did that with no problem. Y'all, it was about 30, 45 minutes. Nah, player. Nah, fam. This ain't gonna work. So I get back up. I go back to the office, right? So I tell the office, look, now, I need something I can do. I told them, I can't sit back there because technically there's nothing for me to do. Y'all, I literally couldn't do nothing. An 8-hour shift felt like 12 hours. Do y'all hear me? I got back to the department, sitting there. I couldn't take it anymore. I got back up and I went to the office for the third time. When I went to the office the third time, I said, hey! Hey y'all, hi, how are you? Are you good? Cause I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I told them folks in the office, I said, listen, call that doctor on the phone and you tell him I'm coming to see him tomorrow. Cause he finna have to release me, baby. The doctor, they told the doctor, okay, he wants to see you tomorrow, blah, 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 blah. And y'all, this is the day after everything happened. So I get to the doctor. I'm trying to make this a quick story. So I get to the doctor and I tell the doctor, long story short, I'm like, look, you got to take me off of light duty. I need to work. I can't sit back here and not do anything. I have to work. And that's exactly what I told the doctor. He said, well, I really can't release you. And then that's when he decided to tell me, he says, well, your toe is actually fractured. Because the first appointment I went to, the day that it happened, when I went to the doctor, they told me nothing was wrong. He said he couldn't see anything, but that really wasn't his fault. That was their equipment fault, because on his equipment he couldn't zoom in on the x-rays like he wanted to. But when he sent those x-rays off, those x-rays came back, and when they came back, then he was able to look at them sufficiently. So that's when he found out that my toe is actually fractured. When you fracture your toe, there's pretty much nothing you can do. I mean, you have to go back to the Bible days, you know what I'm saying? And you know, you got to just heal on your own. So I told him, take me out for light duty, and me and my doctor was going back and forth. I said, doctor, listen, doctor, I can't do this, man. I can't sit in this department and not do nothing, because they're not letting me do anything. They're not letting me work. They're not letting me do nothing. I told my doctor, I said, doctor, if I can't work, you might as well tell these people to send me home, because I'm not about to sit in one spot and not do nothing. So then he said, you know what? I'll tell you what. He said, I'll take you off for light duty, and I'll just put it to where you can do anything that you can tolerate. So y'all, I went back to work the next day. I took them the paperwork. I mean, that's pretty much what happened after that. And honestly, y'all, my toe is still hurting. But they put me back on the dog. I was able to load and scan again after a day. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, on a 1 to 10, after I went back to work, after one day, my toe was hurting. Y'all, when I tell y'all, it was hurting so bad, but I dealt with the pain. Let me take my camera off so I can kind of give y'all a sneak peek of my toe, because I didn't really take pictures of my toe, which I wish I would have, because this story time I could, you know, put pictures of my toe, but my toe was still a little bit swollen, and I'm gonna show y'all that. And y'all better not jank my feet either. But if I just got out the shower, so ignore the ashiness. But if you look at my toes, this is the toe that was hurting. This is the regular toe. This is how they're supposed to look, but this is how they look. And then on the side, you can still see where it's kind of bruised at. But it's actually fractured from about here to there. It's fractured. That was my story on my toe, and that was how I fractured my toe. Crazy story, I know. But if you guys happen to like this video, you guys, because I'm actually getting really tired and really sleepy. It's 3:50 in the morning. It's knocking on 4 o'clock. But you guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, don't forget to tap that bell and make it ding, so when I post, your phone will ring, baby. You know. That was this video. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next video, which will be... well, when you see this video, it'll be today. Bye, y'all. Thank you guys so much.